Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays the Lore Master, and we are back here in the Chamber Crossroads to tell Lakemoon about our little trip in investigating the Goblin Camp.
I am not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
So the camp was larger than Kroon first thought? It is good to know more about it. Fortunately, it lies off the main road, and we can for the most part avoid it. Alright. And we hit 54. Ding! So it is now time to map the way to the 21st hall. And here we are at the start of the winding way. We just turn this way and soon we should be able to find a good section to draw on the parchment. Alright, let's do a little drawing. I've drawn this part of the winding way onto the parchment. Now, why they need a nice detailed map of the winding way, I do not know. I would think of all the parts of Moria, this is in the least the need of being well mapped, seeing how you just come here, there are no egresses along the way, and it just sits here just winding away back in its own business. Winding its own business, I guess? Yeah, I suppose that's a good way of putting it. Especially when you look at this. This is where the quest arrow is pointing, and the reason it's pointing in such a funny way is because we have to wind our way around. They're not calling it the winding way just for the kicks of it. We're approaching our second checkpoint up here, which means soon we'll run into a goat. That's what will soon happen. And up this way, and this is another good section to draw on the parchment. Now, why all sections aren't good places to do it, I know. We don't need a super detailed map. I was talking about why we don't need a super detailed map, and then I'm complaining that we're not drawing on enough occasions. Why can't I be consistent in this? It appears that we are mainly mapping the southern bends and ignoring the northern bends. So therefore we hit the southern point like we're about to hit now. Okay, time to map it. Go to the north. Oh, ignore that. Go back to the south. Map it. And here's another south point. Dude Bob. And this is nice and useful because this is the Scholar's instance. If I need to do any of that. Oh, that's right. I need to try the school. Or not the school, the training grounds. Yes. Well, we'll find out what it's called because that's where I'm going to go as soon as I finish this little mapping venture, because we can't do this without going into the training hall. I mean, that's a Moria tradition, right? Right! We are nearing the end of this and, of course, hitting another southern point. And nearing another southern point means, yes, it's a good place to draw a part of the winding way on the parchment. And I think we are getting pretty close to the 21st hall. Zigulnob. Zigulnob. Silver what? I'm trying to think what the knob meant. I suppose I'll someday have to get some little bit of that language to fit inside my brain, but this is not the day! And here we are at the 21st hall. And this is another good section to draw. Okay, I can see this being a good place. This is where we found the 21st hall. Now, I'm wondering, what kind of measurements am I using for each of these points I'm doing? Is it paces? I could just imagine there must be a difference in the stride length of a human compared to that of a dwarf. I mean, I just can't imagine dwarves having particularly long strides. Just thinking. I think I have one more. Now, of course, the real headache is that when we get all the way here. Alright, here we go. Final thing to draw is I gotta speak with him back in the chamber at Crossroads. So someday I will go and turn that in. But meantime, hello there.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
Do you have time enough to aid the expedition again? I would like to speak with a friend of mine, Agouti. He has traveled deeper into Moria with the expedition, and I hope to hear back from him. You will find Agouti down in the old waterworks, in a place we call the Rotting Cellar, southwest of here, past the Silvertane Lows. I'm given to understand that it isn't considered the most comfortable post. Well, what gave you the hint? The name, the Rotting Cellar? Yeah, right. Well then, I think it is time for us to head back to Dove and View,
These halls will be great once more.
where we are going to head on to the training grounds. And from there, we can then head on to the waterworks later on. Hello there, Festar. No, his name isn't Slower. Hi there. The training hall.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
A well-organized band of orcs has recently overrun the hall containing the anvil that you seek. If you are to reach the anvil, you will have a difficult fight on your hands. I think they really needed a paragraph before this to explain why I'm seeking this anvil. Just thinking. I can tell you how to reach the hall, but such a journey would be useless unless you bring me an infused garnet. Without such a stone, you will not be able to bestow the qualities you seek to place upon the weapon. When you find such a stone, I will prepare it for you. Don't worry, I think I've got a ton of those things by now. Hey, look, I found an infused garnet.
At your service and your families.
Ah, you found one at last. What do you at last? There were only a couple of seconds there. Now you need to bring that to the old armory. But first, I will prepare it. When you are ready to depart, okay, let us go.
Many armories and forges of the dwarves lie dormant in Khazad-dûm, awaiting the hands of their masters. One such has been claimed by the orcs of Moria for a training hall. If the forge is to see service again, the orcs must be driven forth.
Well, they'll be driven forth all right. Or at least slaughtered completely, which I think would be just as good from this point of view. Actually, it's probably even better. Don't drive them forth, just kill them fifth. There we go, and let's bring this one down to... Actually, these guys are tough. Oh yes, there is this little thing that when you use a stable master, you lose your pet. Remember that. Note to self. Resummon pet before the instance. He died before he could use his heal. Oh, how nice of him. That was so polite of him. So polite to die at that juncture. So I wouldn't have to worry about it. I don't know if any of those have a stun, but just in case. Especially when they have that symbol there, there always seems to be offensive abilities. See? I know if it were a goblin, definitely would have a stun of some sort. And of course, Uruks. Uruks really love stuns too, of course. Alright, now let's see. Now that guy we've got there. Uh-oh. No. Oh, whew. Ooh, killed him just in time. I was just afraid that they were going to walk right by the cat and really create a trouble there. But if they're dead, they're not going to be causing me a problem, right? Right. Yeah, that's the real way to do it. But in that case, of course, definitely would have attracted attention. Okay, now, coming at it. Your training's not going very well, I think. Well, I'm going to train you. I'm going to train you how to die. That's what I'm going to do for you. There you go. Where are the recruits? Well, don't worry. I'll find the recruits in one moment. Let's see. just going to... Where are the... Oh, yeah, of course. The cats... Oh, well, of course, the recruits are just... the recruits are just dead. Oh, poor recruits. Well, actually... Oh, there he is right there. Good, I'll just take care of him, and he's not the Healy type. Well, that was easy enough. And of course, these recruits who, being recruits, have a life expectancy of a gnat. Yeah, you're dead. See, you're dead. Okay, that's half the recruits. Now let's go to the other side. Now where? Okay, well, Taskmaster's over there. Good. That means I can easily take care of these guys before he returns. Yeah, like that. Stab, stab. No, it's more like a bash, bash, since I'm using a quarterstaff. Okay, I do have the sword, but somehow using a sword in my offhand is probably not going to lead to too many stabbing techniques. Just saying. Okay, good, and that just leaves this over here, and that'd be the last of them. That's 10. That's 11. That is down. Actually, more like burns. It's the way I've been throwing stuff at them. I mean, yeah, occasionally I've bashed them with a staff or sword or something like that. But let's face it, burning is my real technique here, with a little light thrown in. Speaking of burning, you seek to challenge me? Yes, actually, I do seek to challenge you. Actually, I should take that back. You weren't any challenge at all. There you go. Let's use the anvil and get out of this place. And the dwarves now have another place that's theirs. Yay! There you go. How's this?
Greetings, traveler!
You've returned? Yeah, I see you brought the empowered garnet. Then you were successful, and... what shall I take? Have a gleaming striker. When applied to legend, this provides additional light damage to light-based skills. Dead Reaper, Shadow Master. Yeah, I guess that'll do for now. Now I get to head into the Mithril Slaves.
Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a moment?
If you're seeking to enhance the abilities of your weapon, there is one place where you are sure to lay the foundation. See, this has a beginning that I think the other one should have. There is an old mithril mine played out long ago, but within it you'll find a forge of mighty spells laid upon it. Of course, now the orcs have it and have set their own goblin brethren to work as slaves among them. I doubt they know anything about the forge itself or care the least about it. But you'll have to fight your way through them if you want to make use of it. Before you dare to mine, however, yes, infused garment. Here, would this one do?
At your service, and your families.
Ah, you're able to get your hands upon an infused garnet. Good. It will take me some time to get it ready. Good. Oh, it's ready now? Good. Thank you. Let's go.
Dwarves are not alone in their search for mithril. Orcs and goblins toil within the barren mines, seeking some small vein of Moria silver to use against the free peoples, or at least to keep it from them.
Well, they're not going to keep it away from us for long, that's for sure. Because we are going to take it. Yeah. As soon as we take care of this guard here. Where are your papers? Never mind. You know, I find it interesting that there are enough literate orcs and goblins for them to have papers. I mean, really? Ever think about that? I mean, they're not exactly what you would call a society that fosters high education, I think, considering what they're having them doing. Well, I suppose there's no need to actually be able to read the papers that have been issued to you. I mean, really? Yeah, right? But that means you have to have an entire system of clerks and the like in order to be able to issue the papers. And then, of course, that means the overseers, at least, will have to... Well, there might be certain marks or something like that which could be on them that they'll be able to understand, even if they can't read them, so they could get some idea where they're coming from and the like. But yeah, I just think that the whole thing about papers is a little strange. There you go, and we are just ripping our way through these overseers, these brutal overseers, because we just can't have a nice, kindly overseer here for them, right? Of course not. We need brutal overseers. Ha! Figures! Oh, my lunch break, no. If it's your lunch break... Help! I can't hold them off! Right. Well, then. Then you won't have to worry about your lunch, right? Right. Yeah, I know. Can't have fun. Lunch break isn't all fun and games. That's all I gotta say about that. Well, he turns around at what point? We've got these two sets of guards that really like to do that. I was a millisecond too late, because if I were on time, I would have been able to get him down before the whole thing went in, and wouldn't have had to worry about all that. Okay, there you go there, and he is... Okay, he's going away. Good, so I could just take care of the slaves now, and take their little mithril flakes that they're carrying around with them. See, this is how you mine mithril. You kill the goblins that have already mined it. Okay. Just in time. Oh, there you go, right there. And there you go. Beat you to it. Let's see. Let's start with this guy. I know that means the cat's going to move halfway across the world in order to go after it. And this should give me all the mithril that I need, even though there are going to be a couple more goblins left. And there you go. Hello! Wait, that cat really makes things... Shows you the big difference, where I had a lot of trouble before the... Oops. I had a lot of trouble before I summoned the cat. I felt like, oh my goodness gracious, why can't I do anything? And then as soon as the cat comes out, it rips apart. Go and let's... Oh, interesting. I thought there'd be another one back there somewhere, but I guess about... Oh, Lore Master Book, level 53. Okay, well, hello, let's pitch this thing. That's right. We don't need to be laggy. No, look. I can come up with an attack in a reasonable amount of time, and I think all I just got left are a couple of goblins, and I shall be done. This little trio here, but I won't get any mithril flakes off of them since I've already got a full set. I can only think they have extra ones just in case something goes wrong. Not that I've ever had anything go wrong in this instance, but could be that in the early days they did have a couple of weird things like that happen. Alright, now let's go after the Overseer. The Mine Overseer. And he's right. So long. And let's use the anvil and get out of this place. In this case, the easiest way to get out of here, of course, is through our old friend, Leave Instance. I am done, and...
Greetings, traveler!
Ooh, what do I need here? Cold Heart, Goblin Piercer, Dark Banisher. Well, let's just take the relics. And when we return next time, I'll meet you in the waterworks, where we are going to head out and do the missions over there. But that's in the next episode of Piney Plays, The Lore Master.